Hello folks, well, how could we get along? Well, as a society, as we could move on, so how would people get along? I saw this video of this girl, of this young woman that wants society and she was trapped in her own little world. So, if I could see this thing of society, how could we get along? Our cultural differences. That's right, cultural differences. We could get along with our cultural differences with no conflicts or anything like that. But there's people that they always seems to say, how we could get along. There's people that they contradict themselves and stuff, and they say, oh yeah, I'm gonna blame you, I'm gonna blame this guy, finally. And there's people like that, all these conflicts, whatever, stupid territorial disputes. I'm not gonna name any situations like that or anything. I'm not gonna be against anybody in general. Just be neutral of all things about it. I want to be neutral of everything. And then there's people that want to change their names, born somewhere, but for a matter of fact, they just come in this case of, they have these simpletons out there. They have these simpletons out there, and they just come here and they come and blame and talk crap out of each other. They talk shit. And that's true. You have these kind of people too. And plus you have conspiracies. What is a conspiracy? A conspiracy is something that it might happen or might not happen. You gotta be careful. I know how I have done videos of other things, and this, I used to believe in some things like that, of these, now, or what I call it, two-party conspiracies. A two-party conspiracy is something that people might say, you have all these World War II two-party conspiracies. Most likely in the Pacific Rim, of these thing of called two-party conspiracies, that have one party that believes in one thing, and one party that believes that this thing that, that this situation happened, then the other party said that this situation has never happened. Like, for example, put Jack, for instance, as an example. I'm not gonna mention anything. Jack never hurt a fly. But there's a middleman that killed this guy named Jake. Jake was murdered. But they say that Jake was murdered by Jack. And then they have these two-party conspiracy thing. Two-party conspiracies come in the way. But Jack never heard it. Jack is an innocent man. And that way, as Jack is an innocent man, then everybody knows, oh yeah, Jack killed Jake. Jack is the murderer. Because there's a middleman that killed Jake, and they never know about Jack. And they never know who killed Jake. But all they know is Jack as a murderer was classified in the public view. But he never killed him. He never killed Jake. All he did is he just went to court and he got away with murder. No, then he went to court and the court went still, and he is off free. He is off free. The case was closed. He is off free. Somebody else killed Jake. And then everybody think, oh yeah, Jack got away with murder. Everybody knows that Jack got away with murder. That's false. Jack never killed Jake. And that's how the two-party conspiracies come. One side is on the side of Jack and the other side on the side of Jake. People in Jake said, oh, Jack got away with murder. People in the Jack side said, he is innocent. He never killed Jake. Well, this is how it is. This is how this two-party conspiracy comes by. Well, for instance, if you have to stop all these two-party conspiracies and all these nonsense, we should need to get along. We have to settle our differences. Cultural differences, whichever our differences are. You know why? Because I'm sick and tired of people coming up and telling, yeah, there are ones to blame, or there'll be feeling like the victims, and they pointing the finger. It's like somebody says, you point a finger at yourself, you point a finger at somebody, hey, shame on you. Then you're pointing the finger back to yourself. Remember that. I think that what we need to do as a society in the world is that we need to get along. The only reason to get along is to stop all these conflicts, to stop all these stupid disputes, and it is time to learn to get along with each other and settle our differences once and for all. Goodbye, everybody.